and today we're going to be going over how to add a contact or import them in a couple of different ways here. So as soon as you log into your KW command, you'll come to your home screen. From there, you'll want to click Contacts. And on this screen right here, you have two ways to add a contact. One of them is going to be to import contacts, and this would be using a CSV file, like an Excel. If you're importing them from an Excel, the only downside is that you have to use the command template. So you would have to download the template and then transfer them over to the template and then upload the KW command template. Once that's done, you can simply drop the file here or click it and then select the file from there. Once you've done that, you click continue and then just follow the screens through. The other way is to add a contact manually. So you'll click Add Contact, and I'm just going to add myself as a contact real quick. So I'll put my name in. I'll put my email in. And I'll put my phone number in. Once that is in there, you're going to add a lead source. You don't have to, but it definitely helps to know where your leads are coming from. There are some that are preloaded here, or you can simply type a lead and then add it from there. So you could say maybe a lead from friends, and then you would create a custom source, and then you would click add, and now you have a lead source for friends. If this is a hot lead that you want to continue to follow up with, you'll select mark as lead, and it'll put a little L next to the name, and that'll be searchable later. One of the other things that you will want to do is add a tag. So I would create a system of tags for several different things, like perhaps you have one for sphere of influence, hot leads, warm leads, seller nurture, open house, things like that. So let's just create one for sphere of influence. And the reason that we're doing that is because we can use this tag as a trigger later after we've created smart plans to automatically send an email or a text to this contact the moment you click create. And that'll be in another video, but I will leave this contact in there, that way we can use it later in a future video. If I had maybe a spouse that was a contact in this contact list, you could click add relationship, and then you'd start typing their name, and then click add, and it will connect those two contacts. Click add information to go down to add additional information. So you can add the preferred method of contact for that person there. If they have an additional email or an additional phone number, that will be added there. You can enter their primary address, add if it's same as mailing address, and then any social profiles that they may have. For about, you can add if they have a different legal name from the name that they use, you can add that there. Any information that you'd like to add, their birthday, home anniversary, and here's another screen for the relationships just like above, and then you can add more. If you know where they work and you want to add that, you can do that as well. And then if you want to add any custom fields, you can add that down here. Some people might have a dog that you want to remember the name of their dog. You could add a custom field and enter it just like you did up above. Once that has all been entered to your satisfaction, you will click create. And then it will take you to a screen that looks just like this, where if you ever need to edit anything, you can click edit. It will take you back to that screen. You can add a neighborhood here, which is great for any future smart plans that you might put them on. You can put them on a neighborhood nurture if you know the neighborhood that they're in. But you can kind of scroll in and then just pick a neighborhood. Like I picked one way down here. So let's see. I'm working over in the Green Valley area. So let's just pick a neighborhood there. We'll save it. So now it has that neighborhood picked. It gives you some suggested nearby neighborhoods as well that you could add if you'd like, just simply by clicking them. And then if you added any of this other information, it will appear there. Over here on the right hand side, it's giving you a timeline of things that you've done. If they're connected to any opportunities, it will be there. You can add them to a smart plan here, or if you had a trigger event set like we talked about with tags earlier, it would automatically add them to the smart plan and you would see it there. You can add tasks like a reminder to reach out to them here, and add any notes about the contact that you would like right there. If you have them on a saved search, it will appear here, or you can create saved search by utilizing that there. So for example, you want to search by a zip code, enter the zip code. You can enter a price minimum or a price max, so say 300, no, let's say 400,000 with a pool. Property type, what kind of property? Let's say only houses. For sale and coming soon. Beds 3+, bathroom 2+, year built any, living area any, has parking. You could actually see if the price was reduced, and then you hit next. Home search. And then you can choose to send email notifications, and it'll ask you when you'd like to send it, and it'll send it an email to the email that they have there. Create saved search. And if there was an email selected, it would send an email for that home search to that person on anybody that's in that area that you selected. I think we picked the 89129 area. So that's a cool way to add that to the contacts there. Moving on from that, the other way to add contacts to the database is going to be from your phone. The first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that you download the KW Command app from whatever your app store is, whether that's Google Play or the Apple Store. When you log in for the first time, you might see some of these pop up. You can save your username if you want, and make sure you comply with the TCPA. If you get an error, just ignore it. I'm getting it because this is a demo account. Now, the desktop is going to look much like the desktop version on your computer, just condensed. When you want to look at the contacts, click the little contact icon down at the bottom. When you hit the plus sign, it's going to take you into a feature that is similar to the desktop version. Here you'll be able to enter the name, address, phone number, and any other contact information that you would like to include. You'll see a lot of the same things from the desktop version that are in here. Now, the cool thing about this is that the desktop version and the app sync. So once you add it here or vice versa, you'll be able to see the contacts in either place. Scroll through it and see if there's anything that you'd like to add. The other way to add a contact is to hit the three dots in the corner and select Import Contacts. You can select all at the top in the green box, which will highlight all of them. Or you can go back and import contacts and select the boxes one by one. This is how you add them via your phone.